Hi everybody, vlog again. Thought I'd update everybody. I know I've been kind of quiet since the last surgery, which was August 21st, I believe. 22nd, thank you, Dale. August 22nd was when I had my implants put in, and I have been kind of on forced rest since then. The 26th. I had my surgery the day before your birthday? Wow, I'm an awful wife. Sorry about that. Okay, thank you. So my expander surgery was August 26th. Woo! Okay, and I've been pretty much on forced rest since then, because that's what was expected. I gotta say that it was not easy. This last go-round was a lot more difficult for me than the first time, and I'm not really, still kind of trying to figure out why it was so hard for me to really kind of behave myself and just relax this time. Maybe it was the second go around, who knows? But so I'm done. So this is it. This is what they are. This is what the implants are gonna look like. The implant surgery took less than 2 hours. And what they did was they took the expanders out and then put the implants in. And then they also took some tissue, AKA fat, from the inside of my legs, using liposuction pretty much, and taking what they could out of there and putting it up on top to help shape my chest area and kind of really get more of a natural look. The doctor whom I trust had stated that without that, it looks very shelfy and much more of a fake look, I guess. So totally fine with me. They couldn't take it from my stomach again because, you know, apparently I don't have enough, according to him, which I would tend to disagree with him, but that's fine. But they took it from my legs, which is where most people carry the most of their fat tissue. And they did it liposuction, so I just have 2 small incisions at the top, and you'll never see them. But I tell you, that was very, very painful. Probably some of the most painful stuff I've had through this whole process was really the legs themselves. I was black and blue from the top of my thighs all the way down to my knees. Really, because I didn't have a whole lot of tissue there, it made it a little more difficult for them, and they really tried to get what they could. So it was probably, that was really why it was more painful. I was also on strict orders to do restriction. So not only no yoga, no gym, no walking the dog, no lifting over 20 pounds, but also having to wear Spanx type clothing, not only my legs, but on my chest area for the last 6-7 weeks. Their goal was to make sure that the swelling, which I was very lucky not to have, that stayed not having it, not having swelling, because once the swelling starts, it's really hard to control and get rid of, and it kind of hinders all of the healing process. So I was introduced to Spanx. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea at all. Those were not fun, and I'm very excited to not be wearing them right now. Saw the doctor last week and got full approval to finally kind of get back into what I'm calling life: yoga, gym, walking the dog, riding the motorcycle, all of that stuff that has kind of been really good for my mental health over the last years, where I really haven't been able to do it the last couple weeks. And I think that's really one of the problems that I struggled with, was all the stuff that I've done. While it takes physical energy and physical exertion, was also really good for me mentally and emotionally, and not having that in my life during a healing process was really difficult. But so now I'm back, and I'm very, very excited. Back to full work. I'm teaching, just kind of getting into life again, and putting the last year, kind of putting it aside for now, because I can. The next steps are really kind of up to me at this point. The doctors have offered to do nipple tattooing if that's something I want to do. I haven't quite decided what I want to do yet. I haven't decided if I like the look of that or if I'm just comfortable with where I'm at. I do have scarring underneath and up the front, and it's fine. Doesn't really bother me at this point. I haven't decided if I'll be going for the nipple tattooing or just leaving them, or even doing some kind of a design tattoo at some point. I'd really like to let everything heal and sit for at least 6 months, 9 months before I make any kind of decision that way. I have kind of a couple of design ideas, but nothing huge or massive, much more of a subtle look. as I kind of move forward from here. So it's kind of ironic that this will probably be my last vlog, at least for quite a while, because really nothing's going to be happening anymore. My doctor's follow-ups are going to be pretty, just making sure I'm healing, making sure everything's going okay. Still do need to go for my yearly checkups with the high-risk breast doctor. I have cut my risk of breast cancer down to less than 10%. However, because of the genetics and just I'm a woman, they will keep watching for it. But other than that, I don't really expect much more to happen, hopefully, knock wood, whatever wood I have, that we're kind of at a point now where things are going to lessen, and I'm really grateful for that. October's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so get checked, men, women both. Consider getting your genetic testing done if you have a family history, and just because you have the genetic testing done doesn't mean you necessarily have to take the same steps that I took or anybody else has taken with that. But I really felt that when I got that done and I got the results, the options were open to me much more than they were beforehand. I was given from where I went, which was probably would be considered one of the more drastic measures, to an increase in testing, an increased accessible testing, where insurance companies were no longer arguing or fighting over whether I would get tested or not, because I had this genetic predisposition along with the history. It was, the options were open for me to make my own decisions, and I felt that that was a really powerful tool for me to make the appropriate decisions for my life and what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. So October, yay, go get your boobies checked. Thanks everybody for your support online. I know a lot of you from out of town. Thanks my family for supporting and my husband for tolerating me as a really bad patient. And just, I'm really, really grateful that this turned out the way I wanted it to, and that now things are going to move forward. So thanks everybody. Hope to see you soon.
Show us your breasts!